Okay.
Yep, yep.
Yes.
Yes, sorry, I went to get something.
All good. It worked out.
Yeah,
How are you?
I'm good, I'm good.
This is exciting. All
I'm
right.
good.
See some new people coming in. Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us. We are doing another Out the Frame, and this time I'm with Zeus. I'm really excited to be talking to you today because not only are we doing an interview, you are previewing a new NFT for us, which is so dope.
Okay.
I am C. Sando, One Off's digital director, and I would like to introduce Zeus. Instead of me doing your bio, I'm going to have you introduce yourself. So tell us where you're located and who you are.
So yeah, this is Meji, and my original name, my real name is Ali Ahmed. I'm from Nigeria, Lagos, Nigeria. I'm a 3D artist. I do daily renders. So yeah, that's the basic short bio about me. Sorry.
And what kind of art do you create? You said you do 3D art, correct?
Yeah, yeah, I do 3D arts. Mm,
And when did you get into NFTs? When did you create your first NFT?
I created my first NFTs in March, so I got into the NFT space in March. Although I knew about the NFT space before March, but I just took time to like follow some, to get some infos about it. Then, yeah, I got into the space now in March.
How did you find out about NFTs first?
Yeah, it was after the sale of this people crab sale at Christie's. Is it Christie's or Sweeter Buys? I think it's Christie's. After the sale, the collage 5,000 day sales, made like about $69 million. Yeah, that was when I found out about NFTs, and it was some people.
So before that, you were still doing digital and 3D art, correct?
Yeah, correct, correct.
Okay. And now that you've moved into the NFT space, are you only creating NFTs or are you doing digital art in general and then some of your work you're
I'm
minting?
doing digital art in general, not just NFTs. Not all my works are up for NFTs. I've not minted all my works. I've like in a huge portion, in 100%, I've only minted about, let's say, 5%. Yeah, I've minted about 5% of all my digital artworks. So not all my artworks are NFTs. So
Okay.
most of them are digital works.
Do you find that the work that you've created has changed now since you've moved into the NFT space?
No, no, no. The only change I've experienced is development. The only thing that I've changed is my development, like my skills in making these artworks and my knowledge in making this art. That's the only thing that I've changed. I've not changed for the market's sake. So the only thing that I've changed is my knowledge. I've tried, I've improved my knowledge in making 3D artwork. So that's the only thing that I've changed. And I've not changed my art style. My art style remains the same.
And speaking of your art style, your work is very unique. I haven't seen work quite like it anywhere else. Where do you get your inspiration from?
So let me start with this first. Let me start with this. My inspirations are like really, really much. I'll start with the first person. I get my inspiration from people's work. Like I look at other creatives, I look at other digital artists, other 3D artists, and I try to deduce, like, try to take knowledge from their works and try to infuse it into my own. It might be the concepts, it might be the what is it, it might be the concepts, it might be the style, it might be the lighting, it might be the rendering. So I just speak like from different people and try to create the style with it. So that's one aspect where I get my inspiration from. Then another aspect where I get my inspiration from is Pinterest. I go to Pinterest. I check other digital artists and other, like, I check photography works too, not just 3D works. I check paintings. I check photography and I check mosaics and all those things. So I just like this general artwork. I try to pick inspiration from Pinterest. And another aspect of my inspiration, where I get my inspiration from, is from daily activities, like what happens in society, what happens around me. So I have an artwork on my page that talks about police brutality because it's a big issue here in Nigeria. You you can literally just step out of your house and get killed by these guys. These guys are are not good for our pictures and everything. But then experiencing some of this situation, I try to put them into my artworks. Like you going through like a war, like going through like through a war trauma, and wanting to keep that trauma in check, you have to create something that excites you. So after I created that thing that excites me, I get this whole excitement from it, and I don't want to think about what is happening around me anymore. So this is just like it's taking me out of my bondage and bringing me into the light. So I get inspirations from chaos also. I get inspiration from chaos and mental health and all this stuff. So I try to infuse real life into my artwork. So there was this day I think I was having issues with my girlfriend. Yeah, we had like this really tight thing, and we've been going we went off and on for like a week, nagging and all of that. But in my country, therapists are underrated. Nobody walks to a therapist and share their expressions, like share their problems with them, and it's underrated. Yeah, we don't really do that. So I was like, why don't I try and create an artwork that that signifies love therapy and ask people to give you opinion about how they deal with their relationship or how they deal with things around them concerning their love life, apparently. So after creating the artwork, I posted it on my Instagram page, my feed. I got like a few answers. So I took it back to my story. Then I used the question tag thing. So I was like, everybody, yo, how do you work your relationship out after certain crisis? And I got ideas, I got feedbacks and how to handle stuff like that. So that art came from the fact that I was in a bad mood and I was in a crisis with my girlfriend. So and it also helps because I was able to listen to other people without them knowing this is what was happening to me. So I just like push something to the front and they were like, oh, so this is how you did, this is how you did, and this is how you did. So and it really worked. So inspiration comes from normal life, things around me
Mhm.
and all. Yeah. So I get my
I love
inspiration. Yeah.
that. I love that. And the way that you're interacting with your audience without them knowing it, getting advice from people without them realizing it.
Realizing it, yeah, true. It's like really crazy. Like they don't get that they don't know what's happening, but I'm just like, yo, bro, how can I do this? How can I do this? How can I do this? And they're like, oh, just say this, just say that. But deep down, they don't even know if I'm the one. But like other people still get to learn from that experience because when I post the feedback on my page, other people were like, I think this is what I'm going to tell my girlfriend. I think this is what I'm going to tell my man. So it's also helping them at the same time helping me.
Mhm.
So that's just how I do it. I pick inspiration from real life. So whatever happens today, I try and recreate it, but not every time. But it's just one part of my inspiration. Yeah, it's just one part of my inspiration. And sometimes I go abstract, totally abstract. Try to create something that does not really have meaning, but has intentions. But yeah, stuff like that. Sometimes I
Um,
just create for
you have a couple series of work that I find really, really beautiful and interesting. So I pulled up Floral, which is this piece.
oh yeah, this space.
So
Yeah.
can you tell me a little bit about where this comes from?
So I I have a friend called Fourth Finger. So I met him in 2018, and we've been buddies since then, like close pals. And he's a photographer, and there's this thing he does with his artworks, and yeah, he does something similar to that. Apparently, he does something similar to that. So I picked that style from him and gave him my own meaning. Because if you take a look at that collection, there are like different types of arts. There's the edition and there's the one of one, apparently.
Mhm.
So, but that art is focused on how black skin is is attracted to nature itself, how it's beautiful with nature. It's like you're standing in the garden in a landscape of flowers and everything, and there's this black person there. There's this contrast. It has the same, makes it balance. If you get me, if you get what I'm trying to say, it like makes the contrast balance. And I'm not trying to be a racist or something, but it helps the image look better. So instead of giving an afro hair, I decided to make it flowers and the roses and all. Yeah, so that's literally where the inspiration came from. So it's due to Fourth Finger. Yeah, he's in the chat though. Shout out to
You
Fourth Finger. I got the inspiration from him.
the figures that you have in your works, because quite a few of them have that type of profile, um, like floral. Are you thinking of actual people?
Sorry, I didn't get that.
Like for example, in floral, there's quite a few of your images that have a face, and you were talking about you use black faces. Are they specific people or not necessarily?
No, they're not specific people. I use just black people for my representation. I think they are the best skin. I'm black, so I don't see a reason why he's a white man. So, yeah, I'm just saying like no affiliation to racism, but like I just use black people. They're the best
Okay.
of my works. They look perfect. Like I've tried using Asian skin, I've tried using Caucasian, I've tried using white. Like didn't really work out for me. So I just stick to black. I love black. Black is big. Black don't crack.
So, you created a piece specifically for us today to talk about.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, how can we see it?
It's currently on my page. I've not minted it yet. I'm still trying to like gather a momentum around it. I'm still trying to gather momentum around the piece, so it's still on my page. Um,
Is it on Instagram?
yeah, it's on Instagram. It's on Instagram.
Okay. Let's
You see,
I'm
it's
gonna
called Aje Olokun. Aje
okay,
Olokun.
I'm gonna open it up so we can take a look. Tell us a little bit about your piece, where the inspiration came from, the meaning behind it.
So, while creating Aje Olokun, um, I wanted to depict how rich the
Is
African
it
culture is.
okay? I'm gonna look through. How many
So
how
it's
many
Aje
should
Olokun
I do
and
you want me to
Tiurakh.
scroll through?
Sorry. No, scroll up, scroll up. No, not this. Scroll up, still scroll up. Yeah, this is one of it. This first one, no, sure. The
This one?
Yeah, this is one of it. Yep. Sorry, moment.
Messiah?
Yeah, Messiah. This is like typically black Messiah, but without face. I drew this inspiration from American Gods. I don't know if
The
you've
TV
seen
show?
that. Yeah, on
Okay.
Stars. Yeah, so
Yeah.
I drew this inspiration from American Gods. They were literally like some creatures in it that were faceless. They didn't have face, so they were like completely faceless. So there's no expression in this. So it leaves you between if this person, yeah, is a messiah or he is nobody. This. Yeah, this.
Yeah, and there's
If
no
then I
features.
then I try to juxtapose between the thorn and the one on Christ's head. So just to give it that clear Messiah vibe, this is actually the Messiah. But you are still stuck between is this the Messiah or is this nobody? because there's no face.
Mm-hmm.
So how do you identify somebody with no face? You will regard that person as nobody. So you regard that person as nobody. So automatically this person is a nobody and he is a Messiah because there's no face on him. And the thorn is juxtaposing to Christ on the cross.
What's the cloud above the,
The
like a
cloud is
cloud crown?
it's a representation of heaven.
Oh,
Yeah, it's a representation of heaven. It's like above the sky and above the cloud. Like this general concept of Christ is in heaven. The Messiah is in heaven. So
this
like
is so
that's
interesting.
halo, but it's not like the normal glowing halo. It's represented with cloud. Yep, yep.
And I also noticed that, like, when you zoom in on it, even though there's no face, it's
Yeah,
like textured,
yeah,
like
yeah, yeah, yeah.
almost like skin or like leather.
Yeah, yeah. The texture is human texture. So that's like the personification to human being. So there is this link between the creature and human being.
This is so interesting. And where is it minted already?
No, I plan to meet them tomorrow. I
Okay,
plan to
cool.
meet. I plan to meet them tomorrow. Just still trying to gather a little bit momentum. And if you scroll down, there's like two other.
Okay. What is the names?
Um,
Do you want me to scroll? Oh, we might have lost Zeus. Oh, we lost Zeus. I'm gonna try to invite him back in, but I know that this is the other one. Let's see if we can get him back in the room. In the meantime, this is the other NFT. This piece is called Tiurakh. He is one of the demigods of the Serer people of Senegal. This is so gorgeous. You can see that the gold on his neck is also mirrored in the hair. And it's so incredible that it actually looks like light. And the third one might be my favorite. Thanks for that comment, Sam. I'm hoping he's able to jump back on because I would love to hear more about the pieces from Zeus's own point of view. And this one represents the goddess of wealth, the Orisha of wealth. Yes, exactly, Sam. Thank you. We might have lost Zeus for good. If we're not able to get him back on, I'm going to do a post with Zeus describing the pieces and their meanings that we can put on our own Instagram that we can come back to. These are really, really incredible pieces. Let me go back again. So this is one, and they're going to be minted tomorrow and available for purchase. And the other one, personal favorite. Thank you everyone for joining us today. I'm pretty sad that Zeus got kicked off, but you don't really have control over network. Let's see. He's trying to get back on.
So
You're back.
sorry. Yeah, my phone went off. Like just zapped on me. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry.
It's okay. We figured that you had some network issues. So, I was talking with some of the audience about the pieces because I think that you've been sharing them on your page too and talking about them. But this is the next one, right?
Yeah, that's the next one. That's
So
the
tell
next
us
one.
about this one.
So Tiurakh is one of the demigods of the Serp of Senegal, the Gambia and Mauritania. In Syrian religion, Tiurakh is regarded as the god of wealth or property. So this artwork was created based on just showing off how the black hole is rich, like personifying gods, but not putting them in the main direction that they are, but like still trying to show that these people are rich. Like this is the god of wealth and property in Africa. Yeah. So the air is actually golden rose.
Mm-hmm.
If you take a look at it, it's actually golden rose, and it has this beta eye kind of goldish eye, just to show you how endowed he is and everything about him is wealth.
And it's so beautiful, the gold, all of the gold. So the eyes, the nose ring,
Yeah, and the
around the
piercing.
neck, and then of course the hair. It looks like it's almost light. It's really beautiful.
Yeah. I think this is my best piece for this year, and my favorite piece for this year. So that's why I'm trying to like build the momentum before we mint.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to build this hype around it before I mint it on Opensea, but which I'm actually going to do tomorrow.
Okay, so the plan is to put it on OpenSea.
I'm going to put it on Opensea.
And then this one, which is actually my personal favorite.
This is your favorite?
Yes.
Wow. Wow. So Aje Olokun is the goddess of wealth in my own land because I'm a Yoruba boy, and she's an Orisha actually. So Orisha, the gods that the Yoruba people serve, they were they were normal human beings that ascended to God level, and Aje Olokun is one of them. And Aje simply means wealth. Olokun means ocean, like a large body of river, but we there's a way we Africans, especially with Yoruba, we regard the ocean as well. Because so let me give you this instance. Let me give you this instance in Yoruba culture. We have mermaids in our mythology, Yeah, you have mermaids in our mythology, and if you see a mermaid, there's this high probability that you will be rich because the mermaids are presented as creatures of wealth. That they'll grant you wealth and riches and all of that thing. So Olokun is just regarded as river, like a large body of water, and under the large body of water is like another universe there where it's like for the mermaids, and the mermaids are really really rich people, like really really rich creatures and all. Yeah, so Aje Olokun is the goddess of wealth in Africa, in Yoruba land, and she's an Orisha.
I love that it looks like she has gold tattooed into her skin.
Yeah, yeah. There's this gold marking on her face that extends down. There's this gold marking on her face that extends down to her pupils. Yeah, extends down into her eyes, just to show you that she's not a normal human being anymore. So she has to ascend to like a particular level. You have to respect her. Normal human can have markings down to the eye. So
Mm-hmm.
just to show you that she's bigger and she's a goddess.
And are the blue eyes representing the ocean?
Yeah, yeah. They represent the ocean like Olokun, body of water, river. Yeah, yeah.
I love that the way that your work, it feels like you can touch it. Like the parts that are gold are very smooth and shiny, but the parts that are skin are so textured.
Yeah,
Like,
they need, yeah, they like I had to differentiate between the gold on the head, the gold on the hair, and the gold on the skin.
mhm,
Because you can't have this kind of metallic gold on the skin when the skin has like bumps and all that. So it has to look like it's liquid, like water kind of vibe
mhm.
on the body.
That's exactly what it feels like. Like it's
And
running over the skin.
and yeah, the collector for this piece is going to get a print, a fine art paper print, which I
Oh,
already made. Let me bring that out. I think somewhere around here. I have one of the prints here.
okay.
So yeah. So like this is yeah, okay. This is it. This is it. You don't know if you can see this. This is what it looks like. So, but this is for me actually. This is for me actually. I'm going to print. I'm going to print out because I really love this and I want to keep this for myself. So I'm going to print. I'm going to print another one out for the
For the
collector,
collector.
depending on the size that the collector wants. So that'll be an argument between me and the collector.
Oh, that's so great. So you can get a custom size. So the collector of these pieces not only gets the NFT, but you're going to print out a custom size and send it to them.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah. Oh.
These are so beautiful. This is so exciting. So, when you had gotten cut off, I was telling people that I'm going to post about it on the one off page with a description about
Okay.
what each of the pieces mean. And then, of course, let me know when you actually mint it so I can share the link to them on
All right.
OpenSea.
All right. All right. I'll do that. I'll do that. I'll be
These are
meeting tomorrow,
really
so I'll
beautiful.
let you know.
Okay.
Thank you.
And what is the best way for people to keep in touch with you and what you're doing?
My Instagram.
Instagram.
My Instagram is the best way.
And your
My
ins
Instagram is the best
I
way.
think most people can see what your Instagram is here since we're live together.
Since we're live,
Um,
yeah. Although
and
you can.
where do you share the links to your pieces on OpenSea?
It's usually on my link tree on my bio. So I add everything to the link tree. So if you go to the link tree, you can sort it out and pick any of the links that you're interested in. I have the one for Opensea, one for Raribo, and one for non-origin. So it's on my link tree.
So everyone make sure over the next couple of days to be paying attention to the one-off and Zeus imagery pages, because Zeus is going to be dropping these 3 new NFTs. Like I said, I'm going to share the pieces as well as the descriptions of it. And then you are going to share on Linktree the link to the actual pieces on OpenSea.
Yeah, yeah, sure. I'll do that.
Thank you so much. Thank you for joining us today. Sorry, everyone, about the technical difficulties, but I'm glad we got back on and we're able
Yeah,
to
I'm
finish that.
so sorry.
All
Yeah,
good. It
thank
got
you.
worked out. Thank you so much
Yeah.
for joining us today. Really appreciate it. This was really dope.
Thank you, thank you. Thanks for having me here today. I'm really glad and I really appreciate this. Thanks for the platform. Thank you very much.
Absolutely. Talk
Yeah.
soon. Bye, everyone.
Bye. Bye.